Hi everybody, Mr. B here. It's been a minute since I made a video, and that is mostly because of the rain and also because I've had a lot of other stuff going on. As you can see, I'm still not done cleaning up. I got the greenhouse up. I'm calling it a greenhouse, but it's more like a translucent carport. But as long as it keeps the tropicals warm when the cold weather starts moving in, we're okay with that. Eventually I'd say I've kind of got cut off what I was working on, cleaning up these racks, brushing them off, getting everything sorted out. When we moved everything to one side, I kind of squished the indoor and the outdoor trees together, so I haven't even finished getting that sorted out, because I like to tell customers, well, this rack is outdoor, this rack is indoor. Right now we kind of got everything mixed still together. I got a table of tropicals here, well, more like subtropicals that we're working on getting over here if it ever stops raining. Also, well, this rack's mostly outdoor trees. I thought maybe, since I'm carrying an umbrella, maybe I'll go around and try to find some things that we worked on previously and see how they're doing now. So let me just, and the other problem is I don't know where anything is right now. Well, we got the elm here, that's doing well. We did do a video on that elm, hanging in there. Here's one of the azaleas we worked on, the one that we cut down significantly. But we got new buds coming in. If I can get on focus here. This quince, you can't stop these quince from trying to grow off the roots. Oh, there's another azalea we worked on the other day. And I just removed all these sucker, what are they called? Sucker branches that come out from the ground on these quince. They're relentless. That's probably why the tops are so small. They just want to put all their energy into the sucker branches. And I also got to get into this greenhouse and water. I'm not used to, usually everything's outside, so I actually forgot to go in there yesterday. See how they're doing with water. Everything's a mess in there still also. But we'll get it straightened out. I just need two things to happen. I need the rain to stop, and I need to have enough free time to do it. Oh, there's a juniper from the other day, along with the nightshade. Still not too much new growth yet, but it hasn't been that long since we've done it. Yeah, look at these quince. I just removed all those suckers. They're all back already. There's the rosemary we worked on the other day. And actually, I pulled this branch down, and I guarantee it's a bird that decided to land itself on there and kind of snapped it a little bit. But I think it's gonna recover. I stretched it pretty far the other day when I did it on the video, and we have too many birds, and it definitely wasn't snapped like that by my hands. So no doubt the birds had something to do with it. Oh, there's a crab apple. Yeah, we do have new growth popping out. Went a little bit hard on it. This is my grandest juniper. We pruned that back pretty hard. Like I said, once I get enough time and drier weather, we're gonna get all these tropicals to fill in all the gaps over here. After our ficus mishap, I'm still waiting for more roots on this the bougainvillea here before I attempt to separate this. I don't want a repeat of last time, but we do see some roots. I think it's going to be a lot easier to get a bonsai shape once I can separate that whole branch. There's a customer's redwood here. Now I'm going to be repotting this olive here eventually, if I can ever get weather good enough, because that soil's just, it's too old. It just gets real mushy. So I'm gonna have to put the umbrella down for a sec. Okay, so now we're in the old greenhouse. This is where I've been keeping my cuttings. I'm gonna have to go through these pretty soon here. These are all ficus cuttings from that big project the other day. I'm gonna have to go through these and get as many of these separated as I can, however many has roots. These black pines are likely not going to make it, but I had to prune the black pine, and I figured why not give it a shot, but I don't expect results. However, these 4 ficus from the air layer project that didn't go well because all the roots fell off, they're still looking pretty good, and I'm still pretty confident that they might survive. I mean, this one let's see if we get anything here. I mean, I don't see any new buds on this one. This one I cut back. This one I cut back up partially. The other 2 I didn't cut back very much. So like I was saying, I wasn't gonna give up on them, and I still haven't. They still look pretty green. It's been a little while. The new growth looks pretty decent still. We got some yellowing leaves, that's about it. But I don't know, we might get some new bonsai out of them after all. So one of the reasons I did get that new greenhouse that we're gonna head into next, this thing's leaking, as you can see. Plus, there's no way I would have gotten all the tropicals in here because I've vamped up production so much this summer. So we'll head into here, the carport / greenhouse. Plenty of room in here. Still probably not enough for me to, well, I'm probably gonna have to squeeze the subtropicals in here once that time comes. Just kind of threw a block of wood down for these larger banana plants, sago palms, ponytail palm. But the one mistake I made, and I'm not going to correct it, I don't believe till spring, is I was thinking I could get 5 of my racks in here, you know, minus, you know, this space. I was thinking I could put a rack here, and then 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 over here, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because I'm not sure I'm a fan of how narrow it is between here. Like, yes, they do fit, but it's like single file only, especially for me. So I think in the spring I'm gonna take one of these racks and just put it over here and just have more walking space over on this side. So we'll call it 3 racks instead of 5, which is still quite a bit of space. And plus I'll be able to get into here more because it's kind of getting blocked off. So in here's still pretty, nothing's organized. We had cold nights, we rushed everything in here. This guy here, this usually flowers only just before spring. Usually it comes outside with large red flowers. I'll put up what it's called, I can't think of it. So that's kind of surprising to see it flowering right now. Hopefully it'll work out pretty good. So everything's just squished in here right now. The other reason I want to just have racks on just one side and not the other is I like to put my larger trees up on the top, but as it is like this, there's just not enough room. So in order to do that, I would have to pull one of these racks out to give them space. Otherwise they're just going to be pushing right up against the plastic there, and I don't really want that. You know, like my larger ficus, I just, now they're kind of tucked in the back here. Let's see if we got any new budding yet on this. Oh yeah. Come on, focus. Well, she's gonna be fine. I didn't doubt it for a second anyways. Well, I'm gonna just come around here, and it really doesn't look like anything. It's so humid in here, which is another thing I'm gonna have to adjust to, because I'm usually having them out in the summer, you know, exposed to whatever weather we have. Where in here it's, you know, a steady 98% humidity, so I'd imagine watering's a lot less frequent, so I'm gonna have to be extra careful to make sure I don't start overwatering, especially with the succulents. But I mean, the other thing, like when I have them in the, see, this is a little bit, feels a little bit light, so I'm hoping I don't get deceived where it looks like it's soaking wet and underneath the top. But we'll, because I'm not going to pull this down, I'm just going to leave it up year round. I didn't know whether I wanted to put the succulents in here right away, but I'm glad I did now. With all this rain we've been having, that wouldn't have been good at all. I was worried I was going to expose them to too much humidity in here, but turns out with the amount of rain we've been having, I think they're better off here, and I can let them dry out in between watering. Yeah, these are really pretty. I can't wait till that opens up. Well, anyways, that's just a quick update I wanted to do, because I hadn't posted in, I'm pretty sure, over a week. With this took way longer than I expected it to. Mostly because I tried to level this ground back here. This was all up on a hill. I spent a good chunk of a solid day just shoveling, and it's still not perfect, but it's a lot flatter than it was. I don't know how many pounds of dirt I moved that day, and I was gonna do a time-lapse video, but it would have been so boring. I couldn't do that to you guys. Oh, let's check my jalapenos. It's gotta be almost ripe. They're about twice the size as the last ones I got. And I bought this from the supermarket, put it in better soil. I cut the top off right there, and I rooted the top. So now I got 2 jalapenos for the price of 1. And I'm just, I can't prune them though, because then I wouldn't have any jalapenos, but I do want to play around with it and see what kind of a shape I can get out of it once it's done. Once it's done making me some peppers. The ficus will benefit from being in here. I should start seeing a lot more air roots than I ever did with them outside in the summer. So they need a lot of humidity before they'll give you air roots. So there she is. Takes up a good deal of space compared to the one I was using. I might move it down here to replace that altogether, just so I got more room in the back, but we'll see. Alright.